mediapersons, we're getting you live visuals of the restoration work that is currently underway. Rail lines have resumed, but one crucial rail line is expected to resume tomorrow. But these are live visuals we are getting you from the Balasore district. The first train movement after 51 hours of restoration work, as you can see. But the Railway Minister has revealed the root cause of the accident. He said that all the further details will be revealed within a report. The Railway Board also detailed the sequence of events leading to this horrific crash that has left over 270 people dead. On Sunday, the Odisha government had revised the number of deaths in this triple train accident, bringing it down from 275. Now we're being told that restoration work is underway. We are expecting the second railway line to be functional later today. 275 people have been declared dead in this horrific train collision. My colleague Saurabh Gupta, who's been tracking all the details on ground zero for us, joins us live at the moment. Saurabh, the railway seeks a CBI probe in this case and the restoration work is still underway, but we're told that one railway line is now functional after 51 hours?
That's right. In fact, the railways have managed to restore rail connectivity on this route, and you can see one of the passenger trains that's plying this morning already on the track that perhaps the Coromandel Express was travelling on. So obviously this is, of course, the railways already moving trains on this section that saw the accident on Friday evening. It took the railways about 51 hours to restore rail connectivity on this route. Finally, they managed to restore rail connectivity on this route, and you can see, of course, trains. But at this point, though, trains are moving very slowly on this route, and that's simply because the tracks have just been laid and there are speed restrictions here at this point. We'll try and, this is of course a long distance train again that is plying at this point on this track, and it was the Coromandel Express that derailed here on Friday evening, rammed into a goods train after accidentally, going onto the loop line. And then, of course, another train, the Bengaluru-Howrah Superfast, rammed into it. The derailed coaches of the Coromandel Express, or the derailed coaches of the Coromandel Express rather hit the Bengaluru-Howrah Yashwantpur Express. So at this point, really, you can see the trains are moving on this route now. Finally, rail connectivity has been restored, and trains, plying, moving, but of course with speed restrictions on this section, as this section has just been restored for rail traffic last night as the Railway Minister was here, and you could of course see those visuals of the Railway Minister perhaps saying a silent prayer as the rail authorities restored rail traffic. But the bigger question really now is what led to the accident, because of course while there are still unidentified bodies at the morgue in Bhubaneswar, what about what actually caused the accident? It has been pinned down to a point that actually put the Coromandel on a loop line while the signal was green for the driver, which means that he could speed past when actually when a train is moving on a loop line, the signal should ask him to slow down. But that didn't happen. So this, of course, now you see is trains moving, and a CBI probe has been recommended by the Railway Board, and this, of course, will look into other aspects, because a CRS probe or a CRS inquiry is very technical. It goes into how an accident occurred on the technical bits, for example, the point, the signal, etc. But if there is a mandate beyond that for a probe, for example, was it intentional? Was it, how did this probe, how did the train get the green signal when the point was set to a loop line? If those things have to be addressed, then perhaps you need a professional probe agency. And that's what you see right now as, these, the recommendation probably aims at addressing that. So you can see, of course, a train has just passed through here at the Bahagana Road level crossing just before the Bahagana Road station when one comes from Balasore, and the train moving at slow speed, but will cross this section and then perhaps again pick up speed. But rail traffic definitely restored as another long distance train passes here and moves into the Bahagana Road station and then of course carries on towards Bhadrak, Cuttack, Bhubaneswar. This is, like I said, one of the main railway lines, between Chennai and Kolkata, a major rail connectivity route, and connectivity, as you can see in these pictures, has been restored with now trains moving on this section as well. And that, of course, is the latest, even as the CBI is in all probability going to take over the investigation of the matters that fall beyond the mandate of the CRS inquiry.